anything which we have to live with, if our understanding is clear, living with that is easier. Supposing we have to use a car, more better I have understanding about the driving of the car, more easier would be my ride. I have to live with X person, and while living with that person in the same room, if I don't understand the nature of that person, living with that person will be always problematic and unpredictable. Anything you deal with, live with, it is very important then we have a very clear knowledge about that thing or that matter. Similarly, we have to live with Ishwar at all time. Ishwar is all pervading. In front of you is Ishwar, in back of you is Ishwar, inside you is that Ishwar, outside you is Ishwar. If we don't have a clear understanding about that Ishwar, we will not be benefiting by his presence. This Rudram is not only for chanting, but it is to have a clear understanding about that Ishwar. More we can understand that Ishwar, more we can bring that Ishwar in our life and sort out our problem. And if we don't understand that Ishwar, we can create more bigger problem for us. So just I will quickly say few points about that Ishwar. First is the Swarup of Ishwar is Shuddha Chaitanya or Purna Chaitanya, the infinite consciousness. That is the Swarup of Ishwar, which is the subject matter of Upanishads. But this is not the main topic. Second is called the Prabhav of Ishwar. Prabhav of Ishwar is Sarva Shakti Shalita. Sarva Shakti Shalita. When I say Sarva Shakti Shalita, Sarvaha Shaktayah Yasya. All the powers are his. Means what? There is one more definition of Sarva Shakti Shali. It is called Sarva Bhuvan Shila. Sarva Bhuvan Shila. It can make anything. One Ishwar who can make anything. When Bhagavan Krishna, when Brahmaji stole the cowherd boys, in Bhagavad it comes, they stole cowherd boys. So Bhagavan Krishna became those cowherd boys. He became tiffin box. He became butter also. He became stick also. One who can become the whole world. Then who has all powers in him and who can become the whole world and who is the material and the efficient cause of the world. Who has become the world and who is the wielder of all the powers of the world. That is called Sarva Shakti Shali Ishwar. Yesterday I was telling he is the Upadhan Karan and Nimitta Karan both. Like the potter is there, potter is only the Upadhan Karan but not the, he is the only Nimitta Karan but not the Upadhan Karan. But this Ishwar is everything and he has the control over everything. He can make anything, he can destroy anything, he can create anything, he can sustain anything, he can undo anything, he can go back in time. So one day, Naradji came back from Vaikuntha. So The rishis said, whom you met? Well, I met Lord Vishnu there. Well, what was he doing? Well, he was passing time, Well, but how was he passing time? He said he had one needle, small needle, and there was a needle eye is there. From that needle eye, he was making one big elephant pass. Well, what? How big was the needle eye? The needle eye was just like a small point. Only how big was the elephant? The elephant was as big as the whole Brahman. Much more bigger than we see the elephant. But how is it possible that such a big elephant can pass the needle eye? There everything is possible. Maya itself means agatan ghatana patiyasi Maya. So that which is not possible, it makes it possible. In our life, who is not mine, with the person I have no connection, we feel very connected. With this body we have no connection, we feel so connected. So one who is Sarva Shaktishali, Sarva Bhuvanshil, therefore he used the word Bhuvanshil. He can create water from where there is no water. He can create fire. Ab bachao. Kubja was all bent from 3 places. We all are Kubja because Kam, Krodh, Lobh is our crookedness. Okay, don't think we are very good. So, when Kubja gave that Angaraj, he just put his feet on Kubja's feet and took another hand on her chin and just made like that, and without any operation, that Kubja was again a very beautiful lady. Ye kahan se ho gaya? You read Bhagavad, people read Bhagavad this way, what is this? Do you understand? He goes to the Kans battlefield. There was one elephant called Kuvalia Pid elephant. Very terrible elephant was there. You read? You know what Bhagwan did? He took the tail of elephant and he did like this. Kans said, I never saw this. Didn't make my point. Like I rotate this watch like this. How is it possible? Therefore I am saying Rudram is to understand Ishwarta first. One who is the world and one who is the one who holds the whole world. What is a small elephant in the whole world? One who is the holder of the earth also. One who is the holder of the sun also. One who is the holder of the cosmoses also. What is that small elephant in front of that God? We feel God is one person. How high? We feel as we are small, 70, 60 kg. And we can't hold bucket. I have slit disc. So, and how can he hold the elephant? We think God is also like that. Who is like that? We don't know the vastness and bigness of that Rudram. That Prama, that understanding should be made. So the second is this Sarva Shaktishalita is there. So this is Prabhava of Ishwar. And therefore to read Purana you should have a solid background of Vedanta. When this is said, they say, how is it possible? You accept that if something is held, there has to be holder of that thing. Well, yes, I accept that. The holder is there, the holder should be powerful than the held. If I am holding this desk, I should be heavier than the desk. I should be more powerful than what I am holding it. So one who is holding the whole universe, he has to be powerful than the universe also. Remember I gave the example, if the body is held, there is a holder of the body called the Jeev. If the cosmos is held, there is a holder of the cosmos called the Ishwar. And he is the Rudram, he is Maheshwar. And therefore he is Sarva Shaktishali. We are Alp Shaktishali. These words are needs lot of contemplation. We frequently use it, but we don't go to the meaning of that. So this is a prabhava of Ishwar. Third thing comes swabhava of Ishwar. One is Swarup, other is prabhava, and third is swabhava, not abhava. Third is called swabhava of Ishwar. And what is that swabhava of Ishwar? First is Ek Anih Arup Anama Aj Satchidanand Pardhama व्यापक विश्वरूप भगवाना सो धरी देह चरित कृत नाना सो केवल भगतन हित लागी परम कृपाल प्रणत अनुरागी. He takes avatar. You read Bhagavad, when Varaha avatar was taken, on the snout of that boar Bhagwan had put the whole earth. Well, how is it possible? That means he must have taken bigger form than the earth. One point. Second point, which is very important, if he can become everything, so he became the giver of fruit of action. Maya means one who can make anything. I do the action, he becomes the giver of fruit of action. But if he can't become then that means he is not Sarva Shaktishali. He can become child also. He can become Mother Durga also. He can become brother also. He can become mountain also, Govardhan. He can become son also. Then he can become everything as to give the desired fruit to the devotees. He can't become the hearer of my prayer. With the upadhi of my prayer doer, he becomes the fulfiller or the hearer of my prayer. Prarthana karta, he becomes prarthya. I'm repeating it. From the respective level of my prarthana karta, of the one who does the prayer, he becomes prarthya. Prarthya means to whom I am praying. Don't say God knows everything, therefore I don't pray. That means you don't have some intensity to get something. That's the only thing. God knows everything, but still I have to pray. You got my point? Because as per if I can become something, he also can correspondingly become anything. Therefore I use the word Sarva Bhuvan Sheela Sarva Shaktishali. Here, batao, Durga ji aa gayi. If you read Saptashati, Durga ji came how? From Devatas. From the Shakti of the Devatas she manifested. She is not manifested from someone. So they don't need something else to manifest. Okay. So he becomes prarthya. That means if I pray, there is some God who is hearer of that prayer. And supposing he can't become, then that means he is not all powerful. You have to go to another God then. Who is his God? Oh my God. Then somebody has to be his God. And therefore we have that Lord who hears my prayer and who answers my prayer. Well, how he will hear and answer? In prayer, 3-4 things are important. So first Ishwar was Sarup, other was Prabhav, third is Swabhav. And fourth is his Karam Phaldata Ishwar. He can bless also, he can give any fruit of action. Karam Phaldata itself means that he can give any fruit of action. That means he is Sarvagya. Unless he knows all my action, he cannot give the fruit. One point I'll come about Prarthana. 3-4 points are there in the good Prarthana. Prarthana is not muttering of words. First thing is Vishwas should be very high. Vishwas, you understand, no? Astitvam Mahatvam Gunatvam. Something is existing, something is good, and something can understand me. So Prarthana means First thing is Vishwas. Somebody says, you know, you are a thief, you are very bad. And after that says, give me love. So you won't live. Your power, your power of giving has gone. You respond more to the one who believes not in your existence, in your bigness, in your goodness. And somebody starts praising you and think you are very good. And after he asks, then our giving capacity is more. So Vishwas is a very big thing. So I said Astitvam, second is Mahatvam, and third is Gunatvam. So Mahatvam is required, you are very good. You can bring out anything from the God because he is Sarvavanshil. मांगना ही नहीं आता हमको. ऐसे प्यार ना जबरदस्ती छीन नहीं सकता कोई आपसे. Nobody can snatch love. बोले from tomorrow morning start loving me. ऐसे नहीं होता. You show your Vishwas and you will get that. And that Ishwar also responds to the Vishwas also. So first is that Vishwas. Second, in the prayer I am talking. In the Vishwas, three things were there. 3 or 4? 3. Astitvam, Mahatvam, Gunatvam. In the Vishwas. Now, after that, in the prayer, others is called Dravata. Dravata means I melt. Third is Ananyata. There is nobody else somewhere. Our Devata, Chittanadhare. This is Ananyata. So Vishwas, Dravata, Ananyata, Ekagrata. And then what you pray, then it happens. We only go and we just say something. Aise nahi hoga. So we have to put more faith in that. And this is the strength of a devotee. Upamanyu was there. Upamanyu. He was very poor. He had not even seen milk. So his mother took to uncle's house. So uncle's house, nice milk was there. So he said, very good. He said, Mummy, where is my milk? Mother said, she put, very poor, so she put some wheat flour in the water. He said, I am not a fool. This child said. He said, that was the milk. This is not the real milk. Mother said, I am so poor. Where to get the real milk? I am only a wood. I cut the wood and get. So I want the milk. I want the real milk. Then she said, go and propitiate Lord Shiva. And then he propitiated Lord Shiva for many years. And you know what happened? What happened? Bhagwan Shiva manifested. And you know where he took? To Kshirsagar. Well, this is your milk now. And by the time he had become Rishi. Problem is, when you ask Lord a lot, understood? What? No, your desire itself goes. Vidyaranya Swami propitiated Mother Gayatri because of money. After many years, Gayatri Devi came. He said, okay, I will give you a lot of money. He said, give me that money which will never be lost. Well, that is only Brahma Vidya. Well, but you ask for that money. Well, no, I don't want. So good thing is when you ask the Lord, He removes the asker. That desire itself is gone now. And He brings a bigger desire in your mind. So that Upamanyu became now Rishi Upamanyu. So big power is there. Okay. So he can give internal wealth, external wealth. Don't say how can Bhagwan give that. Don't ask how this question is there. We don't know how to milk the grace of the God. Tapping is not known. Sunlight is there, but rarely people tap it for making it a solar energy. Rain is there, but there is a rainwater, what is it called? Harvester. So they don't know how to tap that rainwater. You are there. Very few people have loved you so that you can give the love to them. Again say, you are there, same person. If somebody had approached you with faith, with love, maybe you would have given more love, more money, more attention. He did something to annoy you, and therefore you don't want to give anything now. What all you could have given, you have totally become closed. So he's not tapped your love. As from you, nobody can force love and force money from you. You cannot force from God. So this Rudram chanting is a tapper of the grace through the prayer that Rishi is telling, this is the way you say, this is the way you pray, and you will get everything in life. You want knowledge, you will get knowledge. You got money, you won't get money. And if any problems are going to come, that problems also will be warded away.